It's a terrible football show. What do you expect?
I want whatever you guys are smoking right now.
Just in my brain, it just makes so much sense.
OH!
Oh, baby,
go.
yeah!
You have no quarterback. You're going to need some punters.
Welcome to a terrible football show.
That's my quarterback and my teammate, man.
Ruins my fucking holiday every damn year.
Alex,
What up?
you can thoroughly kiss my ass.
If it's Toledo, I'm drawing the best damn rocket there is out there.
Now that's gonna look like a dildo.
I told my HR director about this show. He's going to listen to it.
They draft Xavier Worthy. What the fuck? Wide receiver from Texas.
Fucking hamster.
It's a hamster mixed in with a sheep.
The Buffalo Hamsters have traded.
Listen, guys, this is a terrible football show where everybody may be good at nothing, but we are terrible at everything.
That's facts. That's a clip for the intro.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
That's a clip for the intro, baby. Yeah, he's successful at just giving his terrible opinions, so why can't I? Terrible football show, after all. Welcome to the Terrible Football Show, episode 104. A happy little we almost got sued episode in July. I gotta be honest, boys. I also forgot that I added all those extra clips of the intro. So shout out to that. I got a kick out of some of those watching it. I forgot I updated some of those. So I'm glad the intro is up to date. Shout out to that. That's pretty sick. Boys, we got Ricky and Jay up here. Boys, how we doing? How we feeling?
No more Pepsi. No more Pepsi. My last day was this past Friday.
Yeah, now you can start singing the good praises of Coke.
I actually did buy Coke Zero this past week.
Oh,
And that's not a lie.
oh.
But there was, now hang on. Now in my defense, there was no Dr. Pepper Zero. That's what we usually bring in the house.
That's fair.
There was no Pepsi Zero. So I'm like, let's go ahead and get Coke Zero because I actually like Coke Zero. And so it was just my way of moving on. And yes, it painfully hurt me to put it in the buggy, but you know it's okay. I've already drank 3 of them.
You know, you can relax.
They're
It's not that big of a deal.
They're mini cans. It's okay. They're still a communist company.
You can relax. It's not that big of a deal. Okay. But yeah, so with our good pal Ricky here, we're like a Swiss Army knife on this show because not only do we now have a referee, we have the host of a terrible football show. We also have a coach on the show going forward. Shout out, Ricky. Going to be a basketball coach going forward. So that's pretty legit, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Man, we got a little Swiss Army knife going on over here, man. It's gonna be great. This show is as terrible as the thumbnail looks today, which I will address because it ties into the title of We Almost Got Sued. It's been an interesting couple months for me, baby. It's been fun. Shout out to Kirito MVP 11. He did ask, "What the hell did y'all do?" That is a great question. I will slightly answer that question, but first, if you could, like the video, the live stream, subscribe to the channel, be a friend, tell a friend, check out the Discord down below, and we'd appreciate that. We'll also give a shout out to our sponsors, Agent Inc. and Rogue Energy, later on in the show. Let me go ahead and turn on the music now, and let's dive into some house cleaning. Because full transparency, it's a July episode. We never have a plan for June or July episodes. It's literally just get on just to pad the episode count and just to pad that, hey, we're still here. We're coming back. Don't worry. As the title says, we'll be back weekly on August 6th, where I think we're going to be starting off with college football predictions. We'll do every conference, all the conference winners, as well as conference runner-ups, and our favorite teams, second favorite teams, here in a couple weeks. So that's pretty exciting. 31 days to college football kickoff from the time of this episode. But yeah, let's do some house cleaning, boys. Let's address a few things in the room, okay? First, let me give a special shout out to, let me address, like, I guess some positive things first, okay? So I have it down in the description below. We are not live there now. We will be live there 2 weeks from now. We have a new channel called A Terrible Sports Network. So shout out to that. The link for it is in the description. It's still just a brand new channel. I've already kind of playlisted all of ATFS over there from the Sparky 3 channel. So kind of what me and the boys been talking about is like going forward, we want to try to move ATFS off of Spark E3 and just kind of focus Spark E3 channel into like just nerd culture with like video game stuff, AniMan Plus and everything of that sorts. We have more sports shows we want to do. We have a terrible wrestling show, which we hope will launch its pilot episode before SummerSlam in like less than 2 weeks. Super excited for that. And that's where ATSN is going to kind of come into play and just be a good home for all of that. So if you're into all the sports stuff, make sure to subscribe to ATSN. It's down in the description below, and we'd appreciate that support. ATSN will also be the home of any cut-up clips from episodes, as well as shorts and everything of the sort of ATFS. ATFS will still be on Spark E3 as a live show because I can do up to five channels at once. So currently we're like live on ATFS YouTube, Spark E3 YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. And now we're just adding in ATSN for ATFS is all we're doing. I also promise, I swear to God above, not every show we're going to have is going to be called a terrible insert show. All right. It's just ATWS has been in the works well before ATSN. All right. Let me just make that clear. And ATSN just works. It's the perfect name. It's the perfect name. ATSN, terrible sports network. Going to get all sorts of hopefully great and terrible sports shows in the future on other sports that I won't be involved with besides behind the scenes because I'm a bitch and I don't really watch many sports anymore. I just don't. I used to watch basketball, watch a little bit of hockey, but not enough for me to host a show. Not enough for me to host a show. So I'll be a behind the scenes guy for any extra shows that pop off. Besides ATWS, I will be involved with ATWS. So, yeah, big shout out to ATSN. If you want to support us, definitely subscribe to that, and we'd appreciate that support. So, yeah, we almost got sued, boys. What an interesting couple months it's been for you. Totally legit, by the way, for everyone listening, whether it's audio format or live right now. Very legitimate thing that happened, all right? 100%. Now, here's the thing, though. Just so I don't rock the boat, because I got off pretty easy. I'm not even going to mention who it was by, okay? But I'll tell you this. Number one, it's a very, very large company, okay? Worldwide company. Everyone knows it. In the sports world especially, even out of the sports world, you know who this company is. It's a very big company. I don't want to rock the boat and start saying their name and all that. So we're not gonna mention them. We're just gonna move on. Okay. I took care of what I had to take care of. I paid what I had to pay, and we're moving on. But I will tell you this: if you're listening to this episode right now, you can probably connect the dots here in a few months about who it is with some casual, out of context. Fuck this. So there's your hint. I'm gonna leave it at that. But we did almost get sued. So if you look at ATFS right now, I think, boys, how long have I been doing actual thumbnails again for it? It's been like what, probably 6 months, maybe like 20, 30 episodes.
Yeah, right around there, yeah.
So like 20, 30 episodes, I deleted every thumbnail for. I don't think the thumbnails were going to impact us at all. It wasn't a YouTube related issue that I got hit with. It was outside of YouTube that we got in trouble for. But to be on the safe side, I did clear all thumbnails. All thumbnails got cleared. So now it's just a bunch of not so pretty action shots from the episodes. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not even going to mess with it. We're moving on. But going forward, we're going to get some very beautifully hand-drawn logos by me for the thumbnails. Just like the one I drew today where I said, I don't know, July episode, we almost got sued.
Well, I mean, one way to start going big, especially with this episode, is to start pissing people off. I guess we pissed off the right people.
We did. Hey, look, listen. All right, like I said, you guys know how much money was involved. All right, I got let off pretty easy with the final verdict and everything. But like, a lot of money for an everyday guy, but at the same time, this is fucking hysterical. Like, this is fucking hysterical. Like, bro,
worry about a terrible football show of all shows that are out there.
Man, like, dude, like, got noticed by a pretty notable company. All right, I will spoil this. It is not Google. It is not Google. It was not Google.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not.
Google doesn't even. Google should sue themselves before they sue us.
Yeah. It was not Google. No, it was not Google. But it is a pretty large company.
Yeah, I think this company's a little bit bigger than Google, to be honest with you.
So I mean,
To an extent, they're a little bit bigger than Google.
in the realm that they exist in, I would say so. You know what I mean? But in a world, in a general sense, no. But in the specific lane they exist in, I'd agree to that. You know, especially in like the sports world. So I don't know. It's hysterical. It is hysterical. It is so stupid, and it is so on brand for a terrible football show. Like when I told Zach about it, shout out to Zach over at Gamesthetic, AniMan Plus, my guy with Sparky 3. I told him what happened. The first thing he said was, of course it was ATFS that got sued first. Like, on brand, baby. We're so bad, we got sued. Almost. Keyword, almost. Did not go to court. Could have, though. Dodged it. Shout out to that. So anyway, if you listen to the audio format, we appreciate you, but we definitely encourage you to go over to the video format because number one, we are more of a video show, but you just need to see the thumbnails that I've got going forward. All right, I sent some boys some examples of what I'm thinking and what I'm cooking. It's gold. All right, it's so bad, it's gold. It is amazing. It is absolutely incredible. So big shout out to that. So anyway. Kirito over here is a big NASCAR fan, saying that he can take care of NASCAR stuff. So something to think about. We want to get some NASCAR conversation on ATSN when it really gets going and get launched. So, you know,
I hate NASCAR.
Some people do. You know, it's you know, you love it or you hate it. I don't feel like there's an in between with NASCAR. You love it or you hate it. So I don't know, but anyway, big meme of the show going forward. We almost got sued. Happy about that. Anyway, other than that, I have no idea what we're talking about today. Zero clue, honestly. This is July to its finest. Deadpool Wolverine comes out in 2 days. Excited for that. That's cool. College Football 25 came out. Been having fun with that. That's a blast. You know, it's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a time. But you know, we are getting to our actual predictions here soon. So, boys, how are we feeling with football season coming up? How are we feeling?
Well, in terms of continuing the lawsuit conversation, there was an article that was just published that the NCAA antitrust lawsuit settlement is to be filed on Friday.
Okay.
This is expected to be filed by a federal court by the end of the week. An attorney for the defendants told the Associated Press disgusting on Tuesday.
Okay. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. So, glad it's not just us. Glad it's not just us.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is epic. I'm glad you invited me to do this permanently a couple of years back, man. This has been epic.
Oh, my God. This show is so bad. Shut up, Tyler. Don't point out that.
Where's Tyler? Where is that communist at?
Oh, man.
Where's that Buffalo Bills sheep loving dude at?
To be more specific, the NCAA, including the ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12 or Pac-2, and the SEC agreed to a $4.77 billion settlement. That's insane money.
What up, Steve? Unmute, Steve.
I'm sorry. How y'all doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I was just on the old Google and looking at a couple things, and something kind of dawned on me.
Uh-huh.
Who gave these jerk-offs the right to make preseason fucking rankings?
Oh, yeah.
Have you looked at the preseason rankings? Like, what fucking idiot or what group of fucking idiots came up with preseason fucking rankings that make zero sense? They literally went, all right, well, let's just take who was good last year, fucking forget that they lost half their fucking team, and we're going to put them in their fucking top 5 anyway. Roll the dice, see what happens. A bunch of fucking morons. They got nothing better to do but pick on little folk. I mean, anyway, so, how you guys doing today?
First of all, which team are you talking about?
Yeah, who made these polls? What polls are you talking about?
Talking about the fucking AP whatever douchebags preseason polls.
Oh, okay.
I have not seen them yet, but let me. I'm gonna pull them up real quick.
Pull them up. They're fucking stupid.
I haven't seen them either. That's why I was
Pull them up.
curious.
They're fucking stupid.
All right, who is it by? Sorry, I got distracted. So here's a fun fact for you guys that I just noticed. For probably the last 6 months on the ticker on the bottom, I misspelled opinions. So fun fact to ATFS lore. Anyway, who am I looking up?
The preseason polls, the AP preseason polls. I want to know who the group of douchebags over there that decided that they can say, "Hey, Georgia's gonna be number 1."
Okay, so
Fucking
first
Ohio State's number 2.
okay, so
Good.
okay, so first of all, whenever you see anything that deals with the preseason, first of all, you have to deal with the actual prestigious recruit. It deals with recruiting. It deals with all kinds of stupid stuff. Yes, they do take into consideration what the starters and everything that they lost. Something else you also have to take into consideration, and I'll go ahead and say this for right now. Big Ten lost a chunk of their players to the NFL draft last year, and a lot of them graduated. When you have Ohio State number 2, Ohio State is probably going to be the best team in the Big Ten this year. I think the only team in the Big Ten that has a shot at beating them is Penn State, but I don't even think Penn State's good enough to beat them this year. That's
I
just,
think you're forgetting
that.
about Oregon. I will be honest with
Yeah,
you.
let's say Oregon's probably gonna be the best team in the Big Ten.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No.
Oh, I do.
No,
I do.
And so and this is without me taking a deep dive into everything right now, even with Oregon and everything like that. 'Cause I'm not sold. I'm still not sold on these Pac-12 teams coming over to the Big Ten. I'm not sold on it right now per se. I'm just not completely 100% sold on it right now. When it comes to Georgia, Georgia's probably going to be the best team in the SEC next to Texas. It's going to be between them and Texas right now that they're really looking at right now as far as who's going to be better. Now, so as far as the top 2 goes, every year you're not really going to mess um, with those top 2 when it comes to the preseason.
I just still think that some group of douchebags decided just to come up with a random ass list.
That happens every year.
I will say I think at least in the top 10, the one that I do not agree with is Notre Dame being number 5. They need to be lower than number 5.
So I'm trying to find it because right here.
There, I got you, Ricky.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I needed to just put it in the Discord.
Everything that I'm reading is saying that it hasn't been updated. Like the AP has not updated the preseason, so that's
I
why
put it
I'm
in
kind
football
of
chat.
Oh,
In the work server.
okay. Imagine that.
No, and the ATFS server.
Okay, the public,
the
got it.
Sparky 3 server.
I'll have
Got it.
to look at it.
Oh, so they haven't updated it, is what you're telling me, Ricky.
Well,
Imagine that. A group of
from
fucking
everything that
people who think
Mate,
they're above
20.
everybody, don't do any research, but decide that their word is never. See, y'all getting me rolling. Now let me
This
stop now.
is just the post spring top 25.
Okay,
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was
So
May
this,
2.
okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So which one did you put it in? The ATFS chat?
Yeah, it's the public Discord that he put it in the football chat in the Sparky 3 official server.
I should have put it in our group chat. My bad.
No, you're good.
Let's see right here. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, so
All right,
Georgia
boys.
won.
Sorry, I came in here and just fucking derailed the whole show. I apologize.
Dude, the show
you're
is
good.
already derailed. It's July.
While you're looking at that, I do want to bring up a point from the head coach of Virginia Tech, stating that if his team does not make the ACC title this year, he will be, quote, very disappointed.
Well, prepare for disappointment.
Yeah, I don't think Virginia Tech's going to sniff it at all.
All right, so let's see here. So far in the top 5, of course, we already mentioned number 1 and number 2. Texas being number 3, I could see that because Texas returned most of its players from last year. They didn't lose very many players from last year, and I'll be honest with you, I'm really high on Texas right now. We'll see if Sarkisian can get them going. Oregon's going to be pretty good. I don't see how Notre Dame is in it right now. I think one of the biggest things with Notre Dame that we've seen consistency with Notre Dame. I'd say consistency over the last 20 plus years when it comes to Notre Dame. They'll be put really, really high. whether it's the recruiting, whether it's coaching, whatever the case may be. They're still a prestigious school, but I don't see I do not foresee them um I do not foresee them doing very well like they're expecting them to do every single year. Ole Miss has actually got a pretty good. They actually, I know it mentioned it in the article, but I knew this before I even read the article. Um, they have a pretty easy SEC schedule this year. Ole Miss probably has one of the easiest SEC schedules this year. But when you go by the schedule, when you go by their position and everything like that, Ole Miss actually should be sitting in a pretty good spot at the end of the season, and we'll see if that has come up. Alabama is going to be one of those iffy ones. The simple fact is we do not know how this new coach is going to do without, of course, Nick Saban being gone. I'm trying to remember the guy that they hired. I can't
Kalen
remember his name
DeBoer
off the top
from
of my head.
Washington.
That's right, DeBoer. Yeah, and so he everywhere he's gone, as quick as he was at Washington, and everything like that, everywhere he's gone, he's been able to do pretty well. This is the SEC. That one we'll have to see. I think Missouri's going to slip a little bit. I don't think Missouri's going to be a top 10 team by the end of the year. Um, I could be wrong. The same with Utah. I don't see Utah being a top 10 team at the end of the year. I think they're going to hang around the top 25 somewhere, but not sure. Same with Michigan. I don't think Michigan's a top 10 team. Michigan lost a ton of players from last year. I don't see them being a top 10.
You don't think Orgy's gonna lead them to a title this year?
No, I don't. I really don't. It's not even gonna be close.
Orgy's got it.
He better.
Alex Orgy's
He better
got
get.
it.
And of course, I'm just glancing at the rest of this. That's the thing that you have to take. A lot of things with preseason polls. Um, a lot of it is how prestigious you are, and a lot of it is based on your roster versus the rosters that are coming back and things like that. There are people, regardless of what we agree with, disagree with, there are people who really study this stuff all the time, and not everybody in that certain poll group agrees. It's just whenever they put it all together, like you'll see so many first place votes for so many teams. That means there were that many people who agreed with the fact that they should be number one, number two in the country, whatever the case may be. Yeah, those are just some of the simple things you got to take consideration. I don't take preseason polls to heart whatsoever. For the simple fact is that the last time the Arkansas Razorbacks were in the top 10 in the preseason poll, they lost in week 2 to Louisiana Monroe. So I take them. I take no assertion when it comes to the AP poll.
I think that's more of an issue of having to not have faith in Arkansas, not really the polls, but.
I have faith. I have faith we're going to suck really, really bad. That's the only thing.
Shout out to the fact that yet again, this is why I don't like these polls. No love for Group of 5 teams whatsoever.
Rest in peace.
So that's the thing though, Jacob.
Also shout Tyler. Tyler popped in.
This is where me and you are going to disagree, Jacob, because the simple fact is that every year it seems like we have a different Group of 5 who just all of a sudden pops up. Yes, we're used to Boise State. Liberty has been one of those that's hung around for a few years. I'm trying to think of the other one that was in
Air
last year.
Force.
That kind of Air Force.
Tulane.
They're in and out, and obviously that. So I'm just saying, like Group of 5, they're kind of hard to predict, especially if they don't play anybody prestigious.
Hawaii national champions.
Well, we have to put the Group of 5 into consideration now because one of them is guaranteed a spot in the playoffs.
That is true, and I agree with that.
Hawaii national champions.
What I'm trying to tell you is when it comes to preseason, though, a lot of these guys who do all this research do not research the Group of 5 near as much in depth as what they do the Power 5. And it's like you said, only one of the Group of 5s is going to get in, unless all of a sudden you have one that just shoots up to number 1 or whatever.
Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Unmute. There you are.
Well, pretty dandy. I had to pop in when that Virginia Tech slander started happening.
Oh.
I'm just saying, man. ACC title is a bit ambitious.
VT supporter over here.
He's from Penn State, so I I gotta rip them.
Shout out to that horrible rendition of Enter Sandman that they tried to put into College Football 25.
Awful rendition.
That company made so much money off of that game. You're telling me they could not have licensed one song?
Yeah.
One.
No.
Like, I get, the old WWE games when they couldn't get Enter Sandman for the Sandman, but this is EA we're talking about here. This ain't no Jack specific Ukes
Yeah,
type
the
deal.
Ukes,
This ain't
yeah.
HQ. This
Yeah.
this is EA.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Got to cut corners. Got to cut corners.
On another note, real quick, my Hot Take Tuesday's got to come in, once in a while. And Alex, don't hate me when I say this, but my hot take is Florida State is going to be a playoff team this year.
Facts.
And I honestly think that they have a good chance to make a run.
You think they win the ACC? Or you think they squeak in as a wild card?
No, I mean, I think they probably win the ACC with a better chance than Virginia Tech, but, hey.
Everyone
Man,
has a better chance than Virginia Tech in the ACC.
Except for the
I don't
Hurricanes.
know about that.
I mean, for me,
Except-
I was just kind of looking at what they did to replace compared to a lot of other schools. I mean, they were fucking active in the transfer portal.
Nah, fuck DJ Uiagalelei. He fucking sucks. He's got no back for competition.
I mean,
I think when it comes to the predictions that's coming up here next month, I think I'm going to surprise you guys with who I think is going to win the ACC, but I'm not spoiling it yet.
Is it Boston College?
No, it is not Boston College, but I
just threw
I
one
could.
out.
Boston College is one of those teams like one year they're phenomenal and the next year
Yeah.
they get 2 wins.
Is it Syracuse?
No.
You're not going to support your boy?
Nope.
Is he your boy?
I would say he's like 0.25 of my boy.
Well, that's enough to support him. Syracuse is winning the Natty. I'm calling it now.
Oh, Vanderbilt.
Ford leading them all the way.
They also got some good transfer receivers too at the Orange. So watch for the Orange, boys. Watch for the Orange. They're building something up there in New York. Isn't that right, Tyler? Building something up there. One of your squads, or at least in basketball, it is.
I mean, I rep all the teams and everywhere.
That's
So,
true. And then you
Oh,
just
that's
have
a con-
your hatreds of fuck Temple.
Fuck Temple.
I swear to my
Make-
soul, you're
not
the
a
only person
rivalry.
in the entire world that-
Not a rivalry.
They seem to think it is. That's automatic. God. Hey, man, I'm playing college football right now, and Abdul Carter is leading the Heisman. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, the QB for App State won the Heisman in my first year.
I'm talking. I got like 15 sacks through 6 games.
Yeah, shout out to
I wish I would have had my first year be as good as your guys because mine was just basic ass Jalen Milroe.
Dog, I got obliterated by Kent State, so I don't know about all that.
I'm
was
trying to
at-
remember who
I was
won
at
the Heisman
21-0.
at the end of my second year. It was another unique one for me too. It wasn't a normal one. I'm trying to remember who. I don't remember who it was. Fuck, drawing a big blank. Also, sidebar, not football related, but I did want to be respectful here and follow up to a comment about 20 minutes ago. We got on our side tangent. Here is my basketball question for the coach on the show. I'm a 5'8" point guard, good at passing and defense, but my scoring is my main issues. What kind of recommendations would you have, Ricky?
Don't play.
What?
I'm kidding.
Did you say don't
Yeah.
play?
He just said
It's a-
don't play.
Oh, shit.
It's a
my God.
joke, people.
Oh,
damn it.
Ricky. What a
It's a
dickhead.
joke. It's a joke, people. It's a joke. 5'8" point guard. He said he can't play off. Can he handle the ball?
No,
Did he
he's
say anything about that?
he's
Oh,
good,
sure.
good, solid, good at passing, good at defense. It's just scoring.
So, I mean, and that's the thing, though, guys. I mean, if you look deep into history, you have point guards who knew how to score. You had point guards who did not know how to score, who were very,
Rondo.
very efficient. Rajon Rondo comes to mind. Very, like off the top of my head. Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday had to develop his offense. It was one of those deals where and you've seen Drew Holiday. He's won 2 championships now. He's won 2 NBA titles. He was traded out of Milwaukee. Ended up in Boston. Won a championship with Boston, and I think the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks both tell you without Drew Holiday they don't win. So yeah, offense. You may not be good at offense. That's something. That's something that you can work on. Everyone has a specialty about something on them, especially if you're really, really good. Everyone has some kind of specialty that they know that they're good at, and they have stuff that they know that they're not good at. Now that you know that you're good at defense, you're good at passing, you just got to work. You just got to work on your offense a little bit. You don't have to be a great offensive player to play basketball, regardless of what today's NBA tells you otherwise.
Well, there you go. There's the answer from our official coach of the show. He also got a kick out of your don't play.
It was a joke.
No, he thought it was
It was
funny.
literally a
He thought it was funny.
Don't be Ben
promise.
Simmons.
He thought it was funny.
I promise you, it was a joke.
He thought it was funny.
He's crossing his fingers.
How old is this guy anyway?
I'm not sure. I know he's also a Bama fan. He said he's got Bama going 10-2 this year. Who's your 2 losses here, Tom? I'm curious. Because Bama is a little bit of a wild card.
We think Mizzou keeps the hype rolling this year.
Well, that's what Ricky was saying. He doesn't think so. I think so. I like Mizzou, baby. I'm here for it.
I hope so. I hope so. But the fact is, I have to look at their schedule. I have not looked at their schedule yet, and so I need to study it. I need to look at their schedule. Part of me wants to keep the hype up, but I also understand one thing. I understand is you have schools like Missouri, who they'll be on fire this one year and then they'll drop the next.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, I'm just saying it. Just I don't know that's I'd have to study. I have to see who they're bringing back.
They
I
are
look at
at
their
least
schedule.
going 7-0 to start the season.
Their schedule that easy.
You know what? Screw it. I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
Murray State, Buffalo, Boston College, Vanderbilt, at Texas A&M, at UMass, Auburn is those 7. I think they win all 7 of those very handedly, but then they get a gauntlet at Alabama, home against Oklahoma, at South Carolina, at Mississippi State, and they'll end with a dub against Arkansas.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Arkansas is going to win 3 games this year. Hope you're ready.
With this schedule right here, they could easily go 9-3 this year. Easily go 9-3 with
We're
this.
talking
schedule.
about Arkansas or Missouri?
Missouri, Arkansas.
Okay, I was about to say.
Arkansas will be lucky to win 4 games this year.
Arkansas's got a tough schedule this year.
They always have a tough schedule. Every year they have a tough schedule.
I had
single year.
Arkansas going 3-9 this year.
Woo! Man, yeah, that's probably about right.
My coworker said the best thing. He said, we had a customer in the store talking about they just want to see in their lifetime they want to see Arkansas just win another conference championship. And he said the only way that's fitting to happen is if they leave the SEC and join the Big 12. And we laughed, but now I think about it, and I was like, he might be right.
That's not going to happen. They could still leave. They could leave for the Big 12, and they're still going to struggle with recruiting. It's that has been their biggest thing is struggling with recruiting. Like for example, one of the biggest things that Brett Bielema had a huge trouble with was in-state recruiting. He ended up getting all these guys from Florida, surrounding areas. He would never go to Texas and recruit in Texas. We're starting to see some of the same patterns with Sam Pittman. For an example, there is a young man who lives right down the road from there and from Benton, down there in a little school called Bauxite, who is one of the top 5 recruits in the state of Arkansas this year. Where's he going? Oklahoma. And so Marcus Wimberly. And so I'm just saying, when you start to see things like that, that's when you start getting head scratchers, because the simple fact is, and I know his parents, they've been big Razorback fans. Well, I know his dad has been. His mom, I'm not sure if his mom was much of a football gal until she met his dad. But but his dad's been a football guy his entire life. But with that being said, looking at Arkansas' schedule, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what exactly they do with this schedule. Because I'm going to tell you guys this right now: they're going to beat UAPB. They're going to beat UAPB pretty handily. I ain't worried about that one. Oklahoma State out of Oklahoma State, that's going to be a very, very tough one. Circle week 3. If Arkansas does not beat UAB, Sam Pittman's gone. There's no denying it. Sam Pittman will be gone.
And you
I
guys
don't
could
care.
legitimately lose to UAB too.
And even though
Go
UAB was
Blazers.
not that great last year, they're supposed to be pretty good this year. So we'll see how that turns out. But I'm just saying, like with this schedule's tough. This schedule's still very, very tough.
Yeah, and also in terms of your recruiting, obviously, I could care absolute less on how Arkansas does. Do not care. Just to kind of also tie into the recruiting aspect that you mentioned, one of the top running backs in the state as well also is going to Notre Dame.
I did not know that.
Yep, Bryant. He was a junior last year, senior this year. He's already committed to Bryant. Already committed to Notre Dame.
I did not know that.
Yep.
I'm just telling y'all, when you start listening.
I mean, hey, you guys got Braylon. Braylon's solid. Braylon's a playmaker.
He's solid. But we
Braylon's
need
a
more
playmaker.
playmakers. You and I both know. To win in the SEC, you need more than 1 or 2 studs. You need at least 20 of them. We don't.
In
have
Arkansas's case, you need 40. You got to have your starters and your backups.
And in Tyler's case, we need a good punter.
Hey, punting and kicking are important. If you don't have good offense, you're going to be kicking and punting a lot.
Who was it? Jacob Skinner used to line it up when he was punting. Hey, that was my dude back in the day.
There you go.
Punting, man, that's where it's at.
Yeah, hey, punting's an important part of the game, man. Important part of the game. I will say, for my Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, I see a clean 12-0. I see undefeated season, easy.
I want what you're smoking. Yeah, you're not going undefeated.
Undefeated season.
Hold on. I would like to see your schedule. Hold on.
That's a good idea. Let me look at this.
Okay, all right. Whoa. All right, let's move on. We can talk about something else. It's fine.
Nope. You brought it up.
No. It's fine.
You guys could start out 4-0. I could see it.
No, realistically, I think we can start. I'd say 3-1 is realistically what I see.
The UCLA has a question mark against it.
It does, but I still think that's something that it is a home game for us, so that's a plus. But it's still something I'm chalking up as an L. And then I see 3 losses in a row, unfortunately. But then I see kind of a potential bounce back there at Nevada. Hopefully a bounce back with Fresno, since that's a rival game. We usually play them very hard. UNLV, I think that's a dub. Utah State, that's a dub. New Mexico, I think that can be a dub too. But I see at least 3 losses in a row and then another. So I see a potential of 5 losses for sure that I think are going to happen. Maybe 6. So.
Hawaii plastered on their ESPN page. Hawaii has cheapest beer in college football. Get your season tickets now.
Hey, shout out. Hey, also shout out.
Hawaii going 3-1 to start, and then going on like a 6-game losing streak.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say 6-game losing streak because Steve, Nevada's booty butt cheeks. So a 3-game losing streak. I can agree with that 100%. Catch a dub on Nevada, and then Fresno's a flip of the coin because even though we have garbage play sometimes, like we tend to play Fresno very competitively. So Fresno's they may be the better team, but if we show up, that's all that matters. But I do see 3 in a row though. I do see 3 in a row: San Diego State, Boise, and Washington State. Those are all we're going to catch L's across the board on that one. But also, shout out to EA for actually giving Hawaii a real stadium in College Football 25. Very happy and thankful for that. I knew they did it for Vandy because obviously Vandy, you literally have cranes holding up a scoreboard with their construction. But I wasn't sure if they were going to do it to Hawaii because it's Hawaii, it's a group of 5, blah, blah, blah. We have a complete stadium. It's just small. It's basically a practice field. But I'm so pumped they gave us an actual stadium, and it looks sick too. Like, it looks so great.
Is that the actual concept of what
I'm pretty sure that's the actual concept, if I remember correctly, because I've seen concept I've seen the concept photos of what's to come for the new Aloha Stadium, where they're just going to build like a giant complex and stuff, with hotels and all that bullshit. And I think they're going to try to get like the Pro Bowl back and maybe a Super Bowl and
bring the
shit like
Pro
that.
Bowl back.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, they're going all out with the new building that they're doing. So I'm very excited that because that was something that bummed me out jumping into this game. It's like, okay, well, if I'm gonna play Hawaii, I feel like I need to go make a team builder team of Hawaii just so I can get a good stadium. I mean, for college football revamp, I modded in a stadium because revamp they actually added in the accurate stadium versus just keeping Aloha Stadium, which you could just fucking kept college football revamp team, but whatever. So anyway, super pumped about that. Super pumped about that. Also, Kirito's 2 losses for Alabama was the Bulldogs and LSU. Let's see. I don't think there's going to be any team that leaves the SEC personally, and if there is going to be, I don't think it's going to be one of them too. He said that the only SEC teams that he could see leaving would be Auburn and Vandy, but if Vandy leaves, they either go Sunbelt. No, I mean, you got to keep in mind, Vandy may suck at football, but Vandy just won a natty not long ago, didn't they? In like baseball, I think.
Yeah.
And then Auburn, I don't see them in. I mean, they're both very competitive in the SEC and other aspects. It's like the same thing about like Arkansas. I shit on Arkansas all the time because it's fun. I like to rile Ricky and Shane up, but they are very competitive in other sports. They are competitive in other sports. Now, I'll tell you one that I could see leaving, like getting kicked out. It would be like a South Carolina, in my opinion. I could see that at some point. But who knows? As of now, I don't personally see anyone in the SEC leaving. I think everyone that's there now, I think they're all there to stay. Oh, could you guys see anyone leaving? Like, I mean, that's such a power of a conference. I don't know. I can't see anyone leaving.
Yeah, because you guys got to remember, Vanderbilt's the only reason why we're considered an academic conference.
Yeah, like I can't see any colleges leaving. Can you?
I could see South Carolina. I could see South Carolina leaving one day, but I don't think it'd be the ACC. They should be in the ACC, but
you think it'd be like a Big 12?
Possibly. I wouldn't know why. I don't know anybody. Why me? I think the way we're going is, it looks like we're going to have 2, maybe 3 major conferences later on down the road, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this is all going to bust. I think eventually you're going to get these power conferences where it's 20 plus teams in each conference, and then they're going to realize it's not a very good idea, and it's not very competitive because the same teams keep winning, and then it's all going to explode, and everyone's going to go everywhere.
As it should.
Could be.
Bring back the Big East.
I want a full geographical alignment like I do in college football. College football games. Give me a geographical realignment. Do it that way. I don't give a shit anymore. Because I do not want to see super conferences. Super conferences, I think, are stupid. I think the direction we're going is stupid. I think Oregon, Washington, UCLA, and USC being in the Big Ten is stupid.
Not just them teams in the Big Ten. Include Nebraska in that too.
Yeah,
please.
Rutgers.
Maryland.
The most egregious one to me is Cal and Stanford in the ACC. Like, that's just egregious. That is so stupid. That's just as stupid as if Hawaii joined the ACC or Hawaii joined, like, let's say if the Big East still existed and joined the Big East. Like, it's just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, God.
So you said bring back the Big East. Did I hear somebody say that?
That was me.
Okay, so you do realize that the reason why the Big East left football to begin with was because they only had a handful of teams who had football, including Syracuse and Connecticut, and both of them left and went to the Connecticut didn't go to the ACC. Syracuse went to the ACC. But I'm just saying, like, that's the reason why. That's the reason why, because the rest of the schools, they just have basketball.
Bring them back, because when the Big East exploded, as far as college football was concerned, that sent teams from the East to the Big 12, the ACC, the Big 10. They'd split them up all over the place, and
they were never known really for football. They've always been known for a basketball conference.
Bring back the Big East.
Bring me back to those days when West Virginia was running the world in the Big East.
Facts.
Facts. Yep,
Facts.
I'll agree with that.
Bring back the Big East, and just like I said, I want a full geographical realignment. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if we're mixing and matching group of 5 and power 5s. Give me a geographical realignment. I think it'd be fun. I know it's fun in the games, at least. It's very fun in the games to see how things play out.
Didn't the Big East have Miami for all those championship years?
Oh,
Yes, actually. I think
Yes, they did.
I'm pretty sure Miami
part
was
of the
Big East. Yeah, it was.
For all, yeah, they left the Big East in like 2004.
Yes. Miami was a Big East team during that time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty, now that you mention it, I'm pretty damn sure that is correct. Let me pull it up. Let me just pull up Miami Hurricanes 2001.
Also, just to kind of go back on the SEC thing, honestly, the one team I think should leave the SEC and either join the Big 10 or the Big 12 is Kentucky. Because they're a basketball school more than they're a football school, so go to one of the two big
That's fair.
basketball
Yeah, but
conferences.
Kentucky's getting pretty decent at football now.
I mean, they're getting decent, but they're going to be known for basketball for the next 30 years, even if their football team is great.
I can see Kentucky as well. Yeah.
You know, I just was thinking about that, and I was like, you know, if they're known for basketball, like, why not go to one of the two big basketball conferences?
Yeah. And also, Steve, you nailed it on the head. 2004 is when Miami left the Big East.
Damn.
Boom. Nailed it. So
I ain't always right, but sometimes I am.
that's a quote that needs to go on a shirt. I'll put that in the Sparky 3 shop.
there you
But it's
Always
gotta-
right
yeah,
50% of the time.
Hey, I ain't always listen. When I'm right, but when I'm wrong, I'm still right because even though I was wrong, I could have been right.
That's a way to think about it, man.
Not my wife.
Let's see. Alabama and Auburn
Hey.
took basketball crown from Kentucky at this point.
Temple's winning the American, right?
Oh, Temple.
Maybe. I don't know. Tyler,
I
do
was
you want?
I don't
expecting
think Tyler-
someone to chime in.
Yeah,
here.
Tyler, do you want to chime in? There? He's playing his game right now. He's probably dealing with a tough
Oh, he's
battle.
probably playing as Temple.
No, Tyler Van Dyke is fucking me up right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh. He's playing Wisconsin. All right.
Like he is 14 or 17 right now. He's cooking me.
So, okay, the American is one of the only conferences that I actually looked at, start to get my stuff prepped. I'm a big fan of Memphis this year. But
yeah.
I could be swayed on it. I'm still looking. But I'm a big fan on Memphis this year.
Big fan of East Carolina. I
Really?
love the Pirates and I love their defense.
Okay. All right. Not what I would have expected. God, I can't talk today. Kirito
People have
said,
been talking about Tulsa too. Has anyone heard the
I
Tulsa
have not heard
hype?
Tulsa hype. What are you talking about? There's Tulsa
People-
hype?
dude,
They're gonna win 3 games this year. They ain't gonna
There's
win that many
so
games.
many people on Reddit and X saying that Tulsa is going to run the Group of 5 conferences.
Wow.
I
That's
don't
I don't
think
buy
so.
that, but if they do, I'll buy them a drink.
It's gonna be North Texas. You know,
Mean
they got
Green.
the goat's son as their starting quarterback.
Wait, who?
But old Chandler Morris.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's Ricky's favorite guy right there.
The best coach in
comment.
Arkansas history.
Yep.
Yeah, but what about UTSA with Josh McCown's son?
That's
And
true.
Josh, he's the goat. Let's
See,
see.
there you go, Jacob. That's what I was gonna say. UTSA or Memphis. It's a flip of a coin for
No,
me.
I'm
for
gonna
that,
go ahead and
between
say
them
it
two.
now. It's gonna be Charlotte, just like how in freaking it goes in college football 25, where they all of a sudden become a top 4 team.
Bro. So in this last season that I just did, I think it was like season 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
They were the number 1 ranked team. They beat me in the playoffs, and I was so mad. They had the number 1 draft class, 24 5-star recruits.
I
I
guess
was
they
like, what the
fixed the
fuck is
polls,
this?
though.
Like,
In this new update, they fixed the polling as far as like Group of 5 people were concerned.
hmm
So we're not gonna have like the Tulsas, the North Texases, the UTSAs of the top 5 all the time.
Right. All right, boys. Let's do a speed run. You guys ready?
Okay.
Speed run. No thoughts behind it. No context. No explaining. Just fire it. All right. You guys ready? All right. Who's gonna win the American? Memphis.
I go Memphis.
East Carolina.
Okay. Who's gonna win the ACC?
I said I wasn't gonna spoil it.
Don't make Jacob spoil it. I want to hear his prediction whenever we do this. At least for this conference. The rest of them we can do.
I'm gonna say Syracuse. Jacob, you get a pass. Jacob, you get a pass.
Okay.
Okay, if I had to guess right now, I would probably go Florida State.
Okay.
Boom.
What? No.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
You stop that shit right now.
Facts. You'll be banned from this show. All right. I'm assuming Tyler's going to fuck Florida State too because he already agreed to that earlier. All right. Big 12. Arizona.
BYU.
Arizona.
What is it? What is it with you and BYU, Jacob?
They got Jerry Bohannon from Earl.
I'm going the I'm going the favorite, the actual favorite, Colorado.
Are they the favorite?
I thought it to be
I
Texas.
thought K-State was the favorite.
Or it might be Utah. Utah might be the favorite, but I'm still going
Texas.
Colorado.
I think if I gotta, I'm just gonna say Utah.
We are very divided on this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Colorado.
Okay. Big 10.
Oregon.
Ohio State. Did you say Michigan? Really, dude?
It'll be Ohio State. But
where?
Watch for the up and coming team that used to be, a great team.
Nebraska.
And they're shit. Now they're going to be great again. Cornhuskers are going to do some work this year.
Let's go. I like them.
All I'm saying is I refuse to say Ohio State, so I'm saying Oregon.
Nerd.
I'm going to say Michigan State.
I hope you never come down here, Jacob.
Go green. Go white. Michigan State.
Shave your fucking beard.
Where's the Michigan State coming from?
No reason. I'm going to say Ohio State for realsies, though. Conference USA, this dying-ass conference.
Kennesaw State.
What?
No.
Relax.
No.
Liberty?
No.
Yeah, just give me Liberty. Give me Liberty or New Mexico State.
Give me Jacksonville State.
That's fair. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm going to say Jacksonville State as well.
Western Kentucky.
I respect that.
Respect.
All right, the best conference in football, the MAC.
Action, baby. Anybody but Bowling fucking Green.
That's what I'm picking.
That's actually who I was going to pick too.
Dude, I swear. What is it with you in Temple and Bowling Green, dude? I don't get it. Okay, nobody watches them. Okay, nobody watches them.
Well, hold on now. Hold on. I'm deep in the heart of MAC country, man. Come on now.
MAC football is the
Jacob
best
watched
football.
them.
Best conference in football. Don't at me.
Absolutely. The most balanced conference in football.
Give me Toledo. All right, Mountain West.
Give me Akron.
Mountain
Did
West.
you say Akron?
He
Ohio
said
State
Akron.
plays them week 1.
It's about
That's not gonna stop them from winning the MAC.
Lord have mercy.
Dude, Joe Moorhead needs some fucking wins, man.
Akron was one of the worst teams in the country last year.
He's an Akron
Hey.
believer.
Akron's been one of the worst teams in the country for many years. They're not going to win 2 games.
Well, he needs 3. That's all he needs. It's called improvements, man.
Jesus Christ.
That's all.
Lord
That's all.
have mercy.
Chad Morris needed at Arkansas. All he needed was that 3rd win. He couldn't get it.
Oh God.
No, it's gonna be Ohio though.
All right. So, real question here. I'm assuming there won't be a Pac-12 winner since there's two teams, or are they going to be included with Mountain West? Because I know there's the collab between them and Mountain West. So, can they compete for the Mountain West title? This is important information. We actually need to know this before we do our predictions.
I don't think so.
Nah, there's no chance.
So, they can't compete for the Mountain West title.
I think if they were to compete for anything, it would be the Mountain West competing for the Pac-12 title instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if those two teams are out of it, I'm going to say the Bows. No, not really. I'm going to say Boise State.
Air Force.
Ooh.
I think there's a lot of hype around Colorado State this year. I will tell you guys this much: don't sleep on UNLV.
That's fair, I guess. SEC.
Texas.
I really believe Texas is going to do it. I hate to say that too because they're just coming in. It's going to be between Texas and Georgia.
Hmm.
Do you really want to know?
Oh, Vanderbilt.
I got Texas.
I'm torn between two teams. I'll be honest with you. I'm torn between two, but I think that Mizzou is going to win it.
I can see
But I'm
that.
also not going to be shocked if Florida ends up doing some damage.
Fuck Florida.
Oh Lord. Oh
Disgusting behavior.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi
Lord.
State.
Billy Napier is in basically the same situation in Florida that Sam Pittman is at Arkansas. He's got to do well this year.
Damn.
All right, Sun Belt.
JMU.
Yeah, give me James Madison.
Give me Marshall.
I almost picked Marshall. I looked at Marshall. I almost picked Marshall.
Marshall.
Oh.
As much as
It's
I want to say Arkansas State, give me the Booty Man, General Booty, and UL Monroe.
That's right. I forgot he's at ULM. Shout out to that.
That is probably the only school worse than Akron.
What about Kennesaw State?
I was about to say, dude, do you know
I'm talking
football at
about-
all?
I'm talking about in history, not Kennesaw State just got here.
They've been around though.
Not D1.
Oh my gosh. I'm actually good. I was actually going to say, and this is an unbiased opinion. I was actually going to say Arkansas State.
Interesting.
But none of it really matters.
It really doesn't.
Because in the
The
end,
only
it
thing
doesn't
that
really
the
matter.
only thing that what?
Because in the end, it doesn't really matter.
The only thing that matters is it's me and Alex against the world.
Facts. Facts. Pack 2, baby. Pack
Hell
2, baby.
yes.
The most
Beans.
Imagine if one of our teams ends up winning the Natty somehow, some fucking way.
Dude, it's the most respected rivalry in football. There's just so much respect between the two of them. No hatred,
Oh, Lord.
just pure respect. Also, let me catch up on chat too, because Kirito was going along with us. So let me catch up on that. He had UAB winning the American. I could see that. I think UAB is going to be I really do think UAB is going to be a pretty solid team this year. Clemson for the ACC. Okay, feels like a safe pick there. Georgia for the SEC. That's very understandable, very fair. Big Ten, Ohio State, the Ohio State. I like his Big 12 pick. It's a very interesting one. Not one of the normal picks to go for. He's got Kansas.
That's
Ooh.
awesome, dog.
I like that.
I like it.
I like that, man. That's fun. Then Toledo for the Mac Nation. And then he said Boise State for Mountain West. I like the Kansas pick. Kansas pick solid. I like Kansas UAB pick. Those are solid.
Here's the problem with the Big 12 is that I think it's going to be like every single year for them. It's going to be worse this year. Is they're going to eat each other alive.
Yeah.
There's going to be so many. I doubt there's a team that comes out of the Big 12 undefeated. Highly doubt.
Oh, I do too. Because it's like you
I
said,
think
they're just going to eat.
Big
They're
12
going to
winner
eat
is
each other
probably
up.
going to have 2 losses.
Oh, the Big 12 winner will have 2 losses.
Yeah.
I can agree to that because I mean, like you got so many good teams. I mean, you got Arizona, which could be really dangerous this year. You got Colorado, who could take the turn and actually be very dangerous. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas Tech. Big fan of that one. UCF, Utah, even West Virginia could take a turn this year. I mean, there's a lot of damage that can be made. Yeah, Kansas QB coming back. He's a playmaker. True. That's it's a Daniels last name, I think is right. Daniels, I think is his last name. Drawing a blank. Is it
Yeah, it's Jalen.
Jalen
Daniels.
Yeah, I mean Jalen was a Heisman favorite for 2 weeks. So, he can stay healthy all year. Who knows what can happen, man? No, I'm ready to jump into our predictions here in a couple weeks. That'll be fun. I love prediction time, man. Be back on weekly schedule. Be running through predictions, NFL and college. It's gonna be fun, bro. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait. Be on
About
ATSN. Shout out to ATSN. Subscribe to that. We'd appreciate that. So it's gonna be good.
We're almost there, boys.
I know. We had our little, almost got sued episode in July. And then we're going to get to turn the corner, and I get to start hand-drawing thumbnails going forward. It's going to be great.
Been one hell of an off season.
Bruh, you telling me.
I am telling you.
Yeah, you telling me. Jesus Christ. I still also think about our draft episode, boys. That is one of the best pieces of content that Sparky 3 has ever produced. I mean, just round of applause, boys. I mean, that was top to bottom. That's incredible. That is an incredible piece of content. Oh, my Lord. If you haven't watched it, obviously you know how the draft went, but just go watch it. I mean, that is top to bottom, just entertaining shit, man. That is some of the dumbest shit we've ever done. Oh, God.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, Tyler, you got to be our permanent artist every draft night special. That's your job going forward, buddy.
And you were sitting beside me every draft from here on out.
We got our own toxic table.
That was epic. That was epic.
Take it.
Look, man, it's like I said, like we really do have our own version of the Pat McAfee show in here. We have our own AJ Hawk / Ohio fuck. We got our own toxic table. We got Shane off here, off in the corner, separated, so he's like the Tone Diggs. I mean, like, dude, we've got stuff going on, man. Steve, you're basically Zito, minus the fact that you're not a Bears fan. I mean, like we've got stuff going on, man. Like it's like we got quite the squad. We got quite the squad.
So what you're saying is I need to get like a backdrop behind me that is a bookshelf.
Please,
so where I look smart.
Please do that. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And just start smoking cigars. Take a blowtorch out, buddy, and light that cigar up. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Anyway, is there other stuff you guys want to chat about? If not, we can probably wrap the show. We've been live for an hour. I mean, I think that's fine for our July episode. We're just bullshitting. We don't really have an agenda here today.
I was so hoping that Team USA was going to lose. Is that bad to say?
No.
No, it's not. I don't think
Oh,
they do.
hold on. We never talked about Team USA losing to Japan.
Oh
in
yeah,
football.
team. Yeah,
hold
did you
on,
guys see that?
Hold on. Bro, we sent like third graders over there to play against grown ass men.
It does
And
not
they
matter.
barely
That
lost.
is our sport. We invented that shit.
Yeah.
I
mean, and, like, look,
what
hey,
did we sent though?
Well, like, hold on, Steve, because
First
like
of all-
that's what we've done like every time. Apparently, like previous times have been like high school versions of current NFL stars.
Okay, and have we won every time?
As far as I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. So we've embarrassed the world enough for where they want to get better at our sport.
Hey,
It's like us
Shout
with
out,
soccer.
Hey,
shout out to
listen.
Japan throwing their name into the hat.
Hold
though,
on.
for getting an international team.
I want to shout this out. Japan's got some dogs. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even saying from the USA team thing, like the USA, Japan team thing. I'm talking just in general because I don't remember his name. I can find out and let you guys know like next week or something like that, next episode, whatever. But there's a dude that popped into my timeline on TikTok. He's from America. He's from the States, played college football and everything. He's playing professional football in Japan. And he just like documents his journey, what it's like playing football over there. And man, watch some of the practice clips with some of the receivers and stuff and running back. They got some fucking dogs over there. All right, let me just stress that. There's some fucking dogs, man. Like, just watch out.
Look,
If I'm not
like,
mistaken, it was the under 20 team that lost. That they were both same age group.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we sent our professionals over there to play their amateurs, kind of like what we're doing with with basketball right now.
well, I mean, the basketballs we're sending our country's best and playing against the other country's best. Just so happens to be that our country's best are the best in the fucking world. Regardless, though, back to the football thing. I hope that this turns into what baseball and hockey does, where we're going to be able to get a lot of really good talent from other countries like Japan,
Yeah.
China, Russia, France, England, Germany, Italy, wherever. Like, dude, I'm telling you, some of like the sprinters and stuff, from some of the countries in like South America, the Caribbean, African countries, like it's going to be real interesting in about 20 years. I think the landscape of the NFL is going to be way different.
True.
Well,
Yeah, there's going to be an
that's-
international league again, and it's not going to fail like the last one did.
Rest in
Yeah,
peace.
I was actually going to mention that because of the fact that you have to go international more than what you already are for that to actually happen. That's why basketball went international so quickly. Same with baseball. Softball even went more international than what football did, and it was actually successful for a long time. And of course, soccer's been around for forever. We basically,
Suck.
yeah, we're not very good. But I mean, I could see that happening one day. But they have to have a strong front like the NBA has had, like Major League Baseball's had. I mean, there's even people that are like, why do you call Major League Baseball World Series champs when we don't even go up against the world? You go up against each other in America, and a lot of it is just because they bring players from all over the world. They call it the World Series.
Yeah.
Well, hold on now. They go up against Canadian teams too.
Hey, also,
Wait,
question I just thought
Is there
about.
actually a Canadian baseball team?
There's a couple of them.
Yeah,
what?
there's a couple
Hello?
of them. Like Toronto Blue Jays.
They still exist? They didn't become an American team like every other Canadian baseball team?
Oh, you talking about like how the Expos became an American team? Who they become?
No,
The
the Nationals.
Seattle.
Whoa.
Is there? Okay, hold on. Now you're making me think. Is there more than one? Is it only Toronto? I
No.
can't think of anywhere
Yeah, it's
else.
just
It's
Toronto.
only Toronto.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So there's no fucking because Toronto's really not even Canada. Like, let's be honest here. That's like that's,
Well,
that's
okay, if
America.
you're saying that, then Minnesota's not really America.
No, that's
Thank you.
Canada. If
Well,
like,
no,
like
we
the
still have
Minnesota
one
Twins might as well
Canadian
be.
team.
The Minnesota just, I mean, they're Canadians. They're Saskatoonians.
Jesus Christ.
Man, I'm just saying what everybody's thinking, man.
When are we gonna get the
Montana?
first Canadian NFL team?
I have never once thought that Minnesota was Canada ever in my life. I've thought, oh, Canadians.
I mean, I'm just
gosh.
saying, like, if the wind can catch your piss just right and land in Canada, you're pretty much Canadian.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo.
Fucking Buffalo, no, see Buffalo, they got Bills Mafia. They're a little too American to be Canadian. They just don't fit in. People in Minnesota are nice. You know, they're
Toronto's
like, hey,
still
you know,
surviving, though.
sorry and all that shit. Not in Buffalo. They're fucking mean there.
Well,
Toronto's
what
still
you want us
surviving
to
though.
do,
They got
yeah.
a baseball team, they got a basketball team, they got a hockey team. They're good, man. They're just missing a
Hockey.
football team.
They have Buffalo.
Yeah, well,
Oh, touchdown.
I mean, Tyler, the Bills are basically the Toronto Bills, yeah?
Yeah, we suck up in Toronto.
Well, or you have the opposite end of that argument where Buffalo's the only true New York team.
That's true.
I mean, let's be honest. So, okay. So, as the only person I think who's actually from that area, allow me to speak on this.
Where, Toronto or Buffalo?
No,
or
from New York.
Minnesota.
From New
Oh,
York.
Yeah, he's from like Jersey,
Yeah.
New York, or whatever.
Oh, okay. So,
So, New York and New York City are two totally different states. Okay?
Oh,
States, keyword.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit that the map says they're the same thing. They're two different fucking states. So yes, upstate New York, you have your Bills. There you go. You got Buffalo. Enjoy them. The city has the Jets, and
They don't.
Jersey, North Jersey has the Giants. South Jersey has the Eagles. That's how
I'm
it works.
sorry, but when they share a stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, they're from New Jersey. Both of them are.
Brother, let me fucking tell you something, okay? East Rutherford, fucking
Oh,
New
his New
Jersey,
Yorker's
is
coming out right now.
literally halfway into New York City.
What?
The fucking stadium sits 200 yards off of New York City. Okay, it's New
Yeah.
York fucking City.
Yeah. So you know, if I were a surveyor coming out to survey new land and a plot of land, and I see a
I would
line,
bury
that
you under the fucking
specifies
stadium because
whether
I don't like
there's a
your beard.
line. Okay, there's a line, right? What? Oh, what you say?
You'd get the Jimmy Hoffa treatment because I'm not appreciating your sarcasm right now.
Man, you're just mad. My state has 2 teams and yours only has 1. And that's the Bills.
Wait, Ohio's got 2 teams?
Yeah, we're about to have 3.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what's this
You
about a
got-
third team? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, what's
Columbus
this
is
fucking
putting in,
thing?
Columbus at the end of this NFL season, they're putting in a bid for an expansion team.
Wait, for real? I haven't heard this.
It's been in the local news for a little while now. It's still being voted on though, but the recent polls suggest that it's like a 90% favor in favor of it.
Hey, I got a quick question, Jacob.
Yeah.
Is it like a weird feeling up there knowing that Ohio's team is actually the Steelers?
Holy
See,
shit.
no, here's the thing. I am an Ohio
man,
native, but the only Ohio teams that I like just so happen to be, you know, I don't like the Bengals. I don't like the Browns. I mean,
Steelers,
I'm okay with
the
the Bengals. I'm
Pirates.
okay with the Bengals. They're my second favorite team, but I'm not going to like defend them in any way, shape, or form if I don't have to. But
It's just
fuck
Ohio
your
State.
Steelers talks. Thank you very much. The Steelers can go eat a dick.
Jeez.
Yeah, they'll probably. I mean, they could go eat a dick. They could eat it. They could eat a dick right off of that fucking Lombardi trophies they got. Tell me again how many you got over there in Ohio?
Technically, we have the most winningest team in the world, in the country, and as far as professional football is concerned, and that is the Cleveland Browns.
But can you really say that since the Cleveland Browns were moved at one point?
That's a good point. This is a new Cleveland Browns.
Hold on. Oh,
Yeah, this is a different
the
Cleveland
fuck-
This
Browns
is a
team.
different
This is
Cleveland Browns.
not,
Like,
no,
hold on.
no,
This is a
baby.
different
Can't
franchise.
say that now. You motherfuckers moved. You moved.
But
You
we
changed.
still,
You let ownership change hands.
but
Therefore,
the
you are
team
this
that
not
won
the
those,
Cleveland
the team that
Browns.
won those, was the Cleveland Browns, not the Baltimore Colts.
I'm talking about the Baltimore Ravens.
It was the Colts first, and then the team moved back, and then they changed the name to the Ravens.
So
And then
wait,
the
so they
Colts
went from
went
the
to
Baltimore
Indianapolis.
Colts. They went from the Baltimore Colts to the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're looking at it,
And then
so
your
like right here's-
Cleveland
right here's
Browns went to the
Cleveland.
Baltimore Ravens, right?
Here's Cleveland. Here's Baltimore. Here's Indy. Okay. Cleveland moved down to Baltimore. They became the Baltimore Colts. Cleveland moved back to Cleveland, and then they split. The Baltimore team split. One went to the Colts. One went to the Ravens. One move basically birthed 3 teams.
Fascinating.
I'm so fucking confused right now. So like, what you mean to tell me is that you have just a bastardized team at this point?
No. If anybody has a bastardized team, it's the Indianapolis Colts because they got the remnants of everything.
And how many Lombardi trophies do they have?
The Colts,
Yeah.
1, I think.
2.
How many do the
2?
Browns have? 2, 3?
Lombardi
got?
trophies?
0.
None. No, none in the Super Bowl era, but I'm pretty sure if my memory serves me correctly, they have won 12 world championships.
Okay. I'm just
Hey.
trying to get it. This whole Cleveland splitting into 3 ways, and it sounds like a fucking bad comic book, if you ask me.
The Browns have won 8 league
Okay.
championships. They've won 11 conference and 12 division.
Hey, while you're doing that research, Alice, can you tell me how many the Packers have won?
Fuck off.
Oh, okay.
Fuck off.
I'm just.
Hey.
Hey, but you know what? I will give you some credit, Jacob. Ohio, you guys definitely. I love the fact that you guys won the trophy for the ugliest fucking team logo in major sports and the worst team name in major sports. The Cleveland Guardians.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should have, if they were going to change the name, they should have been the Cleveland Spiders, for history's sake.
Is there a lot of spiders in Cleveland or something?
No, I'm pretty sure, if my memory serves me correctly, that was the Negro League that they had. They were the Cleveland Spiders.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that. See, I'm learning new shit. I'm learning new shit right now. I've only been to Cleveland like twice, and both times I've been there, like people were super cool. It just the city smells and everything's
does
really
smell.
dirty.
It smells mainly because of the nuclear reactor we have up there.
It stinks. The city stinks, and it would look really dirty.
That's why they're
And
called
we
the
have the Rock
Browns.
and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I mean, that was cool.
Are you a Joakim Noah fan by any chance?
Oh, for the love of God.
Yeah, 'cause you're going in on Cleveland right now.
Who, me? No, I'm not a
Yeah.
Joakim Noah fan at all. He's
I
got the
mean,
ugliest shot in fucking history.
He said the same. He said the same thing about Cleveland. He said nobody goes to Cleveland. Like, come on now.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, as a city, the people there were fucking phenomenal. The people there were great. Had a great time. Played 2 shows there. It was awesome. But just the city was just gross. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to a fucking skeezy strip club, but they have a really good buffet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
you
need to
know
take
that there's a
trip
lot of
to,
DNA, and you don't want to think about what you're stepping on.
I think
But
you
the
need
food
to take
was
a
good.
trip to Gary, Indiana, and then I think you would. Gary, Indiana would claim that title.
Oh no, I've been to
Gary,
Gary.
Indiana is what Detroit used to be.
Yeah, Gary's pretty bad, man. I've been there too. That's rough. That's rough.
It's all.
That is wrong.
I can go into it, but it's all Rust Belt cities that used to be booming and populated are no longer booming and populated because of politics.
Oh yeah. Well, then again, you can also go to Camden, New Jersey, and that place is just a shithole. The home of Campbell's soup.
At least they got something going for it.
Yeah, no, they're not. Campbell's soup isn't there anymore.
What's Arkansas got going for them?
Redneck Rampage.
Yeah. We got a really high
Right.
murder rate in Little Rock.
Rice.
Yeah, I'd say Rice though.
Rice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rice
Yep.
and
And
strawberries.
Jason chicken.
You guys got a lot of rice paddy fields out there.
Shit ton of rice.
Number
Man.
one in the country, dog.
Yep.
Yep.
Seriously.
Arkansas
Yep.
is the United
Yep.
States' #1 producer of rice.
Yep.
They got one.
Interesting.
What is it? Hazen over there in that area.
And Stuttgart as well.
Yep.
Hayes and Stuttgart. Yep. Yep.
So that's about it, honestly. And Redneck Rampage. Shout out to that.
Little Rock
Like,
Hood
don't
news on YouTube. Police chase.
Isn't fucking like Toadsuck or something coming up in Conway here shortly?
God damn it.
What?
Yeah, that's yeah.
Fuck?
Yeah, Toad suck.
Yep.
Oh, toad. I thought you said toe suck. I'm like, what freaky shit are you guys into?
Nah, Toad
Well,
suck.
I'll. There's also something that another town not too far from me is well known for, but I can't say it on the air.
We also have Oaklawn.
Crown Bluff.
No, it's outside of Pine Bluff.
We have
Oh.
Oaklawn too.
And yes, Oaklawn's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucks.
What?
You talking about the casino?
Talk about horse
The
racing.
the horse racing.
Oh yeah, no. You go to horse races, you get those little, you get those corned beef sandwiches they got.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, they're good.
Well, I tell you what, diabetes be damned. I'm eating about 7, 8 of them motherfuckers. Yeah, I got my
Hey.
metformin and my blood pressure pills. I'm taking double dose before I go up there.
It's got to go on the intro video.
Diabetes be damned.
I'll clip it. I'll clip it.
Got to clip that one.
I'll clip it.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. All right, you guys ready to wrap up the show?
Damn.
Sure.
All right, boys. I got the music playing, so shout out any last thoughts.
Bug Temple.
Fuck Temple.
Jeez.
Hey, advance your guys'
Ohio's
weeks.
team is still the Steelers.
Advance your guys' weeks in college football 25.
Working on it.
Ricky,
Trying to beat Ohio right now.
any last thoughts?
I don't know what to say at this point, y'all. I just don't. Hey, the 5'8" kid who's playing basketball, good luck to him, even though he never told me how old he was or anything like that. But good luck to that young man. I hope you go far.
He pops in for ATFS. I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh,
Good.
and to the 5'8" kid playing basketball, just do yourself a favor. Don't be like Ben Simmons.
no.
There you go. That's how you win.
Go.
Because right now
That's
you
solid
sound real
advice.
Ben Simmons to me. You can do shit, but you can't shoot.
There you go. Also, in the show, because we had so many side tangents, I also forgot to shout out 2 sponsors. So make sure to check out some Rogue Energy with the referral link down below. Promo code SPARK2 to get 10% off your order, as well as Agent Ink. Pick up a hat or a jersey, and we'd appreciate that extra support. We'll be back in 2 weeks on August 6th. We'll be back weekly after that. We will be live at ATSN, which is the link down below, so make sure to check that out. Join the Discord. And be a friend, tell a friend. You can join the Discord and come chat with us as a guest caller, and we'd appreciate that support. We're right around the corner, boys. We're right here. We're about to kick it off. Let's get it. It's going to be the best season of ATFS in history. I'm calling it now. Till next time, guys. Bye.